Good morning, I am Simon and today I'm gonna show you exactly what I take with myself for a year of travel in Southeast Asia. Obviously this might vary a lot depending on your travel style and the destination. I'm going to the Philippines and Indonesia and the main means of travel is gonna be a car. So I take a little bit more than a backpacker, but still I want to make it really compact so I can pack everything into a few bags and carry it myself. So I will go over each item and tell you a little bit more. So these are the items that will be stored in the checked-in luggage, in the big one. Then I have other items I will be taking the carry-on. We will get to that later. So first the shoes. I will be taking altogether 3 shoes, but one I will be wearing. Then I have these very light ones and then some sandals. I think the sandals are much better than the flip-flops, but it's your decision. Then, and probably the biggest item I take is this suitcase full of tools. It's pretty heavy, but I think it's gonna be important because I plan to buy an older car, and as it comes there will probably be some issues. So with this tool set I should be able to fix all the main issues. I actually adjusted the item list a little bit because I took out the more heavier stuff and instead of put some smaller ones that I think will be more useful. Yeah, there is quite a lot. If you want me to do a video about this and why I take each of that, leave me a comment, I may do it in the future. With this also I have a tiny multimeter. I'm still not sure if it's really worth it, but I have it, it's cheap so I don't really care if it breaks, so I'm gonna take it. Then there are the 2 first aid kits. I have a video talking about this in more detail so you can go and watch that. Then there is a little compact pack I can take for smaller trips when I don't really need to carry much items. Then there is the second mouse. This one is for editing because of all the buttons. The main one will be in the carry-on because I will be probably using it during the travel. Then I opted to take some tea because I really like to. Then there are some snacks and some cheese because, as you know, in Southeast Asia it's very expensive to get a decent cheese, so I'm taking this the right one, so hopefully will survive the journey. Then this is a little pencil case. I have some pens and pencils because of my work. This is the mosquito net. It is very important if you want to stay outdoors or even in some cheaper hotels. Then this is my main backup hard disk. I'm not using it very often, I just back up my footage there, so it's gonna go in the checked-in bag. Then there is the little ventilator. I had it in my car before and it can be very useful during the summer, so I have it, I'm gonna take it, but it's a little bit little big to carry, so this is probably the first thing you are gonna scratch out of my item list. Then there is the underwater phone case. This was a gift, I wouldn't buy it, but yeah, I have it, so I'm gonna take it. Then there is a little fast drying towel. Then here are my proper sunglasses. I'm taking other ones on the carry-on just because of the overlay in Dubai. Then I have my Garmin watch. I like to keep them in something that's a little bit safe so then they don't break, and I'm not gonna be exercising in the plane. There is a little pouch for my swimming glasses, and this is a little something. I put it around my waist. I usually put the keys or phone, and I can go swimming or running without having to take too much of items because they are safe to lock in the car. Then obviously some sunscreen. Then I have this little pack with all the electronics. It's extra cables, chargers and etc. I don't really need to have this for the duration of the travel, but it's nice to have it later. Then international driving license. I don't think it's really that useful, but I have it, so I'm gonna take it. Then I have the phone mount for the car. Again, I had it, so I take it because I'm not gonna want to buy another one. There is this next pack. Inside there is some miscellaneous stuff like the repellent. I've been using this for years and I can really recommend it because it's really strong. But again, this discussion on repellents, if it works, if it doesn't, that's goes far, so I don't have an exact opinion, but I take it. Then I have a tiny shower gel just for the first few days, then I'm gonna buy some on the spot. There are the cotton sticks and other stuff like that. Next in the pack is a shaving kit. I opt to have the electric shaver, but you could probably get used to just with a blade or don't take anything if you don't shave. This is the only waterproof clothing I take. It's a little poncho because the temperature is not really gonna be the issue, but the rains in Southeast Asia can get pretty strong. Anyway, this is not enough to protect me, but it's like a little compromise. I also take an umbrella. This one is super broken. I had it in Africa, in Mexico, it traveled with me everywhere, so I'm expecting it's gonna break pretty soon. And now we are getting to the clothes. I like to pack everything in these little pouches. I'm gonna show you how to pack it like this. It's very useful because like this you can put it in your backpack and it's better for storing than if you have it folded in the big squares. It also helps, it doesn't wrinkle that much as if you have a shirt that's squished. And the last thing why I like to use it, I instantly know what clothes are clean and what are dirty, because the cleans are always packed like this. Okay, we're starting with the t-shirt, where I think it's the most important because you don't really want to have any wrinkles on your shirt. So I start from the bottom, I flip this side a little bit. The exact amount would vary depending on the shirt, but after you do it a few times you will get the hang of it. Then I flip the sleeves. Now I put it in the thirds, and the important thing is the collar here, so it stays in the middle in full length, so it doesn't, it's not flipped, so that way it stays clean, so that way it stays straight. And then I just roll it from the top over, and then when I get to this part I just flip it. Yeah, and that's it. Next we are trousers. Is the same, but in the trousers you are gonna need to have a little bit more space, so give it like this. And for trousers I fold it only twice, so it's 2 sleeves in half, then roll it. And in the trousers it's important to make sure there is no wrinkles, because if it stays like that for a longer time it will create. So when I get to the top, then flip it over, make it a little bit straighter. Yeah, and that's it, that's the trousers. And the next thing is the socks, which is not so much useful because you don't really care if it's wrinkled, but it's really good to know if the socks are clean or used, so I like to do it also. You just put them over each other, roll it up, and you don't have to fold it, you just take the first one and flip it. And same goes with the underwear, you just make a little flip. Then you can do it into halves or thirds. I probably like to do it thirds. And that's it, just like that you store all your clean clothes and you are good to go. I take clothing for around 10 days. You could probably get by with a lot less, but again I'm gonna go with a car, so I want to have a little comfort, so I don't have to always be searching for a cleaning service. These are all the items that's gonna go inside the big checked-in luggage. I'm gonna put all these items inside this bigger backpack, then wrap it around in the plastic so it doesn't get damaged, because this is a very good quality one. And now on this table I have the stuff I'll be taking in my carry-on. I actually have 2 carry-ons, this bigger pack and this smaller one for mostly just for the notebook and some stuff I'm gonna need to have directly by my seat. This is gonna go in the overhead storage. So obviously my camera, this one, then some snacks, the blindfold. This is a little pouch for the belt. I will be carrying my passports and wallet and phone, the important stuff on me every time, and because at the airports I'm always gonna be taking the passport in and out, I don't want to have full pockets of stuff. This is my another external hard drive, this is SSD, and I use it quite often because when I edit a lot of projects I keep some of the stuff stored here. Then I have my noise cancelling s0e headphones. This will come very handy for the travels, but I have 2 headphones just in case. Then there is 3 little packs of stuff. This is the hygiene set, there is toothbrush, sunscreen and stuff like that. In this one is little miscellaneous, there is the probiotics, the weights for the luggage, and this is another pack of electronics. This is one I'm gonna need on the way. So there is the multi adapter, because in Dubai, Philippines and Europe they always use a different one, so that's gonna be needed. There is a charger and extra power bank if I can't find the right socket. Then obviously a cap and other sunglasses. Then I have some documents I'm gonna need. They are just papers for the Bureau of Immigration I have ready, some white papers because I use that for my work. This is gonna be the blue big case is for my notebook, and this is for the charger and the main mouse. I'm gonna show you what I have. I have this Asus ZenBook Duo. I really love it because it has two screens. Previously I had 14-inch, now I upgraded to 15-inch and I can't complain. It's just really useful if you do editing or just working with Windows. The efficiency of work is a lot higher. When I'm at home I also have a third ultra-wide monitor, but that's gonna stay here. And we are getting to the finale. These are some of the clothes I will be wearing when I travel. Some extra to change because I will have a layover in Dubai, so basically I will be traveling for 3 days. Also a swimsuit because at the hotel there is gonna be a swimming pool, obviously a water bottle, and the shoes I will be wearing. And the most important thing is my little penny board. I can't imagine going without it for a year, so I take it. So I hope this video gets you a little inspiration what to take with you. Again, this is my list and I kind of compromised on some stuff. I'm gonna be traveling the car, so I take a little bit more. If you're only a backpacker, you'll probably wanna want to take a lot less stuff. If you already have a car or be staying at one location, you probably want to take more. So thank you guys for watching and see you on the road.